Hey all, it's Aaron here from Stratos AI. In today's daily AI update, I want to bring to you what's going on in the business world, how a business is using AI, how does that affect you in your career. So there's a few different examples we're going to work through, a few different interesting articles I want to update you on. Knowledge is crucial to navigate this very weird and tricky world of AI that we're seeing currently, and we're going to continue to see. So I came across this article from Business Insider. Microsoft study identifies 40 jobs AI chatbots are likely to help automate, and those where the tech is barely being used. Found this very interesting. So, in fact, for Stratos AI, chatbots are our most kind of common and popular solution that businesses want. It fits loads of different use cases within a business, which I'll cover in just a second. And they're pretty affordable, accessible, easily deployed, and it does give the business a lot of leverage, help streamline their business massively so that the staff can maybe relocate their efforts elsewhere where there's higher value tasks. But in this case, researchers analyzed 200,000 conversations with Microsoft Copilot. And these are the jobs here with the highest AI applicability score. First, we have coming in at number one, interpreters and translators with the highest score. So if you are in this field, be worried. AI is coming. This is where AI really starts to play, comes into, we don't no longer need those humans sat there being paid all that money to interpret. We can just ask AI and it will do the job probably more effectively as well. Because where humans generally understand one or two different dialects of the same language, AI will probably understand all of it. So no matter where that conversation, in that one conversation, you speak Arabic, if you speak French, if you speak English, it will have to interpret all the different languages. I would be worried if I was an interpreter and translator for sure. Second, historians. This is, I find, very interesting because to my limited and naive knowledge, historians are very much, you need to have a log of data in your head of every event in history or whatever you specialize in. And that's tough to do, right? There's not everything that you can take into account. And you're trying to draw a conclusion based on that history. Here, AI has access to all history. So it can even tie in different timelines, periods, different civilizations into the one thing. It is something I like to do, studying ancient Egypt and the Aztecs. So I understand some of the challenges around this, but historians, I'd be worried. Third, passenger attendants. Fourth, sales representatives of services. Like I said, chatbots are our most popular solution here at Stratos AI. And the reason being is the way in which we deploy them as receptionists slash sales agents. On the receptionist side, if leads are coming into maybe their website or coming into a business WhatsApp or whatever medium it is, an AI chatbot is there to engage the lead, to educate the lead, talks exactly like a human. You'd never be able to tell that it is a chatbot. We can customize the theme and the dynamic and the nature of the chatbot. And it just takes all the workload away from receptionists or even sales agents as well. So it's a great tool, great technology. I can see why that is high up on the list. Writers and authors, look, everybody's drafting their ebooks, their emails, their lead magnets, and all sorts via AI. They're using probably ChatGPT to do this. People are selling these same books on Amazon as well, and they're making an absolute killing off it. Customer service representatives, like I said, this is something that we love offering as well. What are some of the interesting ones here? Telemarketers. So this could be something. I don't think AI is in a place yet where it's that good to be cold calling people and drumming up leads. Maybe in enough volume, maybe if you make 1,000 calls or 500 calls, you might see some results. But I think if you take 100 calls from a human and 100 calls from an AI agent, the human is going to win at this moment in time. We actually have a telesales AI agent that calls businesses on our client's behalf. But what we found is we have to do a lot of volume in order to get those results. Whereas, of course, if we have a human doing it, you'll probably see better results. We also have mathematicians. This is a very interesting one because there's a lot of debate on what kind of problems AI can solve currently. And AI can only solve the problems to which data we have access to already, right? If something has been undiscovered by people, it won't exist out there, will it? In the ether, it won't exist in the internet, it won't exist in books either. So it's not at a point where it's solving very trivial and fundamental questions, but it is getting to a point. and I followed Elon Musk on this very closely. So that's what we have there. Now, on the flip side of things, jobs with the lowest AI applicability score, we have dredge operators, brick and lock tenders, water treatment plant and systems operators, boundary mold and call makers. As you can see, a lot of these require one human effort, human input, and human discretion. So, for example, let's say you were in the oil and gas side of things, you need to be able to understand the dynamics of how the job works. There's obviously human input required. There's going to be some labor required. Maybe you need to be able to smell some form of gas to identify if it's a risk to the role or not. There's so many different nuances, and this is where it doesn't come in. So if you are in these fields, your job is probably safe. So yeah, I found that super interesting. For us, like I said, we predominantly use AI chatbots for marketing and sales. It does a great job. Like I said, streamlines the business and gives the business a lot of leverage. For example, let's say you have 1,000 leads coming in a month that need to be spoken to via a chatbot. If you have humans in that, you probably need to employ 2 or 3 people a month, which probably could equate to £6,000 or £7,000 a month. Whereas one chatbot can handle hundreds and thousands of chats in the one go. And it doesn't matter if a lead is coming in at 2 a.m., 2 p.m., it's there ready to engage and work to close the lead. So it's a very powerful technology, high amount of leverage. Another thing that I wanted to touch on is AI is already working for your people. Now it's time to make it work for the business. Meaning, when we speak to businesses and the business owner says our employees from top to bottom are using AI for, some might be using it for draft emails, somebody may be using it to resolve complaints that they've had or just draft a response, but it isn't part and integral of their business, meaning they haven't got a formulated set plan for how everybody will use AI. Everybody's just picking up whatever AI tool they use at home and just using. That is not helpful in a scalable manner, and it doesn't help the business at an enterprise level, meaning we all need to be reading off the same hymn sheet in order for us to move forward together. If everyone's moving using different tools, everybody's not working in sync and there's no track or log of what's actually happening. So I found this article very interesting as well. It's already part of how people are getting work done. Recent research from HP and YouGov found that 72% of UK employees using AI tools say it saves them every week. 1 in 10 are saving more than 5 hours. But these gains aren't coming from a structured enterprise rollout. In many cases, they're the result of quiet experimentation, employees using what's already at their fingertips, often without training or direction from IT. So that it sums up what I was saying. It's not structured and it's not a rollout from businesses. And this, I think, does pose a risk, because if you have, let's say, 500 employees, let's say 100 of them are using AI, which AI are they using? What data are they putting into the AI? Is the AI safe? There's so many questions around the risk and compliance that I think this conversation needs to be had. So rolling out from the top down is the best way to do this. Even sending out memos to your organization, having a big staff meeting, Zoom call, team call, getting everybody on board with the right tech and sidelining every other tech. Think about it like this. Let's say in your business, you had one set of CRM that everybody uses, but then everybody's using their own as well at the same time. So how does that roll out or roll into the one CRM? It's going to create a lot of dredge and friction in the business. We can see here, everybody agrees AI is critical to future competitiveness, but there are open questions around where to start, how to scale responsibly, and how to balance experimentation with governance, which is a big one. I have an insurance client of mine, and this comes into question quite a bit. That hesitation is understandable, especially in industries where risk and compliance frameworks are tight, like the insurance company. But as more teams adopt AI organically, the absence of a centralized plan introduces its own risk, from data leakage to inconsistent performance and lost opportunities for enterprise-wide value. Meaning, all these little issues are going to compound into one big issue, and you've lost opportunities, performance has stabilized and just not gone to the next level, and data isn't safe as well. So These are questions around AI, and rightfully so. You do need a strategy and a sound advisor or group of advisors behind you to help you roll this out. Another article that I thought was really good: AI tools are already revolutionizing small businesses, but are we ready for this? AI is no longer an imagined technological device of the future, at least not in the Silicon Valley. More and more, let's mute that, more and more small and medium-sized businesses in the UK and everywhere else are implementing AI-driven technologies to simplify their processes and businesses. So what I do love about this is this little sentence here, this little paragraph. Whether using chatbots or inventory management systems, AI is giving a level playground to the small businesses by offering them cheaper solutions that were previously available only to large firms which had their own IT department and deep pockets. This is something you've probably heard me say time and time again. AI for me is the great equalizer. It's the same technology big firms, big companies are using and you have access to at an affordable rate. That has really never been done before. When we have powerful and disruptive technology, it's usually you need a lot of buying power or it's not accessible to smaller businesses. But this literally is the same tech that you can deploy in your business. You don't need those deep pockets and you can stay and become competitive if you weren't already. So that's what I love about AI, and that's why I'm such an advocate of it. Having had my ears to the ground in several businesses over the past years, I understand how hard it is to compete with somebody who's bigger, has more income, has more revenue, and has more buying power. AI helps you eliminate some of that. So we have the process of automating business processes demanded the investment in a custom software, advanced CRM systems, or the services of consultants to digitize operations. These costs were just affordable to many SMEs. You've also heard me talk about how you can turn AI, even ChatGPT, into a billionaire business advisor by just structuring prompts so defined and refined into your business. You no longer need to hire some consultant for your marketing, for your product, for your services, for your sales, for your finance. You literally have that advisor's knowledge and feedback and advice stored in AI. You just need to know how to draw that result out of AI itself. Having off-the-shelf AI that offers automation such as Zapier, Notion AI, and Google Gemini allows businesses to implement AI without extensive technical knowledge. It is absolutely beautiful what you can do and powerful what you can do with Zapier, Notion, Make, NA10. It's just at your fingertips. The way we work has changed forever and it will continue to change. Customer interaction is one of the obvious areas that we should develop. Firms are currently launching AI-powered chatbots that work around the clock, managing process of booking seats, answering popular queries, and so forth. This is the thing, in a time, especially in the UK, which is so economically challenging, it's now more important than ever to adopt technology and adopt tools that helps you get an edge, not only over your competitors, but over the economy. We need to look for ways that we can win because it is so tough to win in this current climate. And I think just having a standard business that operates in the old conventional way no longer cuts it unless you're absolutely humongous, a £1 billion company. I think if you're much more smaller, you need to find these little tools and hacks and strategies to get an edge because that edge can unlock so much opportunity for you. And AI is that edge for sure. What else have we got here? AI is not about efficiency and ease of use, but about insight. Small businesses are getting access to the analytical capabilities that once only large companies could afford due to analytical tools. This is another interesting one. I spoke to a care provider company based in the West Midlands not too long ago. And what they wanted to do, they do monthly reporting, and it's around 7 reports that they report on. What they wanted to do was take those 7 reports every month, take every report they've ever done over the years, collate it, put it into AI, which is safe and protects their data, and then draw key analytical insights out of it. The advantage here was if when the reporting meeting takes place every single month, you can maybe draw upon the last month's report or the month before that to connect some dots, but it's not a big enough time frame, right? In that meeting, they're never going to go through every single report that exists to try find a trend or something that they're consistently lacking on. It's hard to draw that insight out of it, right? It requires a lot of human input and time. But what you can do now with AI, we can put those reports into AI and have AI extract those key insights out of the report for us, and then we can cross-reference ourselves. What this gives you is, imagine if you took your reporting for the past 3 years and it will highlight things that we have totally missed because we're looking at it from month to month. AI is looking at it from the overview and what needs to be improved and what are you doing good and what should you double down on. That is absolutely crucial and powerful to any business in existence because decisions makes or breaks performance. So if we can have insights that helps us improve our decisions, then of course our performance will go through the roof as well. A small example here, a small town clothing shop that integrates AI analytics into its operations now has the means to determine seasonal bestsellers, foresee what clothing items will sell the next quarter, as well as shift marketing campaigns in real time, judging by the number of people on its site and following the social media page. Just that in itself, if you're a small clothing shop, now, if you understand your stock a lot better, you can have a smoother supply chain. You can probably negotiate with your suppliers better. You can be prepared way in advance and just have a smoother operation, leading to less mistakes, less time being spent, less money being spent, and just have a smoother overall operation in your business. Perfect. You don't need to be a £1 billion company. You could be a small business and still use AI. An article here by Microsoft: AI adoption by small businesses could boost UK economy by £78 billion, billion with a B. I found this very interesting here. Take up of AI technology could give the UK smaller business a competitive edge, drive high wage job creation, and fuel economic growth across the UK. New Microsoft research shows. By unlocking the potential, we'll take the coordinated action at a national and regional level. So I love this. Let's work through this together. This research highlights the huge potential generative AI offers smaller businesses when they get the support they need to use it, cutting admin, saving time, and ultimately growth. This is very true. A lot of tools, mainstream tools that we all use now, Microsoft, HubSpot, whatever it may be, has AI built in. They have AI capabilities. But again, the training lacks behind it, and I think employers aren't pushing it as much. But even if as long as they have the support they need, they can literally start to transform their business operations. And like I said, it is a very tricky economic environment we live in. So any edge is a good edge, right? It's a beneficial edge. But more needs to be done at a national level and local level to help SMEs, which make up 99% of UK businesses, realize the full potential of AI. It's very true. We are the backbone of the UK economy, but without targeted support, the country's ambition for growth will falter. This is key. This is what I wanted to know. The £78 billion opportunity isn't just a number. It's growth that should be felt in communities from Kent to Cumbria. To unlock it, we need coordinated action from government, regional mayors, and industry to put transformative benefits of AI into the hands of the people and businesses driving regional growth. I've been saying this for the longest time. More needs to be done from the top down, government level down, in order to be pushing AI into our economy, because it's just going to benefit the UK economy. If we manage to unlock another £78 billion worth of opportunity in this country, more taxes for the government, more growth for the country, and it's a net benefit to everybody for sure. What I am now excited about is the new partnership OpenAI has just agreed with the UK government. And you can see the government, whoever they've got in charge of that little department there, they have sprung into action because they've developed AI around prisons, developed AI around local NHS trusts. So it is coming. They are doing it. For the past 2 years, I've been bashing the UK, saying we are too behind with AI adoption, but it seems like they've got their gears churning now, which is good. In West Yorkshire, home to a large number of companies in high growth sectors such as life sciences and advanced manufacturing, the regional economy would see a £4.6 billion uplift by 2025. Here's the thing, this is opportunity for everybody in AI. Whether you're somebody like me that's selling AI solutions and consultancies to businesses, or whether you are someone in a career and you're looking to maybe unlock some more opportunity or go to the next level and you haven't quite found a way yet, AI is your way. You can be involved in AI and be put in the positions of power when all this starts to really heat up, right? When the employer puts their hands up and says, who here has significant experience with AI because we've just launched an AI department and we need heads and managers and directors of it. That could be potentially you. You could open that door with your AI key, but there's only one way to get involved, and that is to be playing on the AI field itself. So, very interesting article there. I also wanted to touch on the direction of Stratos AI and what we're seeing in terms of trends and where we think money and capital and attention is flowing, which is very key. You need to be in the right place at the right time to make a massive impact in life. So for us, we started out selling automations and AI assistants to businesses. So for example, if somebody has two softwares that they need speaking to each other, maybe one's in finance or one's a CRM, and it's a manual process to update both, we develop automations to have that done automatically. That was number one. And number two, assistance was, like I mentioned before, marketing assistance to help with your marketing, create content for you, generate ideas, whether it's sales, have AI chatbots at the front of it, or AI voice assistants, where it'll take the lead, nurture the lead, educate them, entertain them, and move them towards a sale. So that's what we started out in, and that's still what we offer as a core service. But the move that we're seeing now is twofold. So one is custom solutions. We're getting businesses come to us that are fairly large, and they are saying, this is our operation. These are the different tools and softwares we use. We need a custom solution, nothing that's off the shelf. We need a custom solution that will hit this. It will get that to talk to that and this to talk to that. That's higher ticket for us, meaning it's a lot more value to our company. It's a lot more value to their company. And the timeline of the project is much longer. Instead of an AI chatbot being launched, which might take between 4 and 6 weeks, a custom project could take 2, 3, 4 months to get right and launch it. So custom solutions is what we're putting our foot down on. We're trying to move forward into that. We can see that being a big thing. And number two, I think everybody is maybe aware of vibe coding now. AI powered apps, I see this being a big thing because what previously used to take tens of thousands of pounds and many months and years now takes probably tens of pounds or maybe hundreds of pounds, and you can get it done within days and hours building AI powered apps. People, I think one of the running things in people's conversations generally is, hey, if there was an app for that, that would take off. Man, I'd love to build this app. I'd love to build this app. Now you can build MVPs, minimum viable products, or your prototypes within hours. You can have a working model that will allow you to test your app, and maybe you can start building on that. So I think it's going to unlock a whole horde of opportunity. Let's say, I don't know what the actual numbers are. Let's say we have 10,000 apps come onto the market every single year. Now we'll be probably seeing 100,000 times 10 because it's so easy to build, scale, launch apps into marketplaces. So that's something we're going to go into, maybe not building apps ourselves and launching them for ourselves, but certainly for other businesses and individuals that want to create and launch apps because it's so affordable and accessible. We can get it done pretty darn easily. AI apps, even if you're the average Joe blogs, I've seen people at home vibe code apps, launch them into the marketplace, get a lot of feedback. If there's a lot of positive reactions to the app, then at least you've got a use case there to go to maybe an investor or family or friend to say, hey, I need £10,000 to develop this app. It's really taken off. I've now got 2,500 users, and this is a very basic vibe coded app, which isn't actually even stable. So if we can really get this built and coded, we can make a hell of a lot of money and impact. So that's also an advantage as well. So that was a brief overview of AI, what's happening in business, what's going on, why it's so beneficial, and the direction that we are going in as a company. So yeah, I hope you took a lot of value for that. And as always, I will see you in the next daily AI briefing.